What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Dead Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. We'll get into that in a minute. We got the 6th annual book bag drive. I need to be. I try to balance myself out. Like Thanos. He says perfectly balanced. I got people on my timeline that just are just. They talk so tough, but then. Like, you got to be generous, man. If you've been, man, to whom much has been given, much is expected or whatever. You would think that you would be generous, and especially, help people out. Give a hand up, not a hand out. And just to go do this, and we're gonna do it at 4 different places, and it's stressful. I could be doing other shit with my time. I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know how to start, but I know something's going to come out of this. This is one of those things where I got to raise like not quite up between 70 to 100K. It costs a little bit. I can tell you that much. It costs a little bit, but then the energy, and then once we raise it, giving it out to people, it's a dope thing. But the foundation does a lot of things. I'm also about to repost. I got 3 people interested, I believe, but we're still looking for a couple shooters. I need some Tally shooters, and maybe some Tampa shooters too, Orlando shooters. But we're gonna probably try to do through the nonprofit a photography intern or not a sports media internship that is fully encompassed. So I'm going to want pictures, editing. Basically, Jaden just done such a good job that I want Jaden to make another Jaden. But you ain't got to be in charge of it, Jaden. But like, I need people who are like Jaden. If you're not, then we're not going to put you there. But we're going to try to get the editing software that people can use. Can I do this like what we used to do with like Microsoft Office? Can you like buy it on one computer and then or do you have to, like, if you get like the Final Cut Pro or whatever, you gotta buy Final Cut Pro for every computer?
They'll have a limit depending on package of how many screens you use at the time, but you should be able to get more than one off.
Okay, all right. Okay. So I'm about to say, I'm trying to see how we might be bootlegging shit.
Get the Photoshop and Adobe, those two for like $30 a month, but for the whole package is $70 a month.
$70 a month
for the whole Adobe. For what most people would need is like the video editing and the Photoshop will probably run you like $30 a month.
So I mean, because it's some things I want to be able to go ahead and smack this on, at least in Jacksonville and Ty. There's not a lot of people doing the coverage for the local sports like I like it, and we'll still have opportunities. Like we'll have a unique one. I'm pretty sure I haven't got no call yet. I just thought about that. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a really, really unique opportunity still to cover the Gator Bowl like nobody else does. So like, I'll be able to give people access to that. The ones who show the most growth, keep pushing the envelope, and can put out that work fast enough. So, outside of that, you put the comments on mine so I can see. Oh, I got to share this thing. So if everybody can right now, just take a second, share it, share the Twitter, share the Twitter, click the YouTube, click the link on that, share that, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're still trying to grow this bad boy. Like, for the first time, I don't know now I'm +3, but I was like -1 subscriptions. Like, I didn't even know what that meant. Like, but I'm just like, we're just floundering here. And I think it's something with the algorithm. So I gotta figure this shit out. If you know how to do YouTube and all these other social medias, make sure you check that out. Every time we get to a certain point, we're gonna give some bread away. Luckily, I've been able to stack my bread because we haven't been growing like that. Y'all go listen to these other bullshit ass places and get this bull. It don't even have good, intelligent debate. And they don't even give you nothing. We're over here trying to give you something and trying to grow, and we just, we're stagnant, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out eventually. If you get an opportunity, I'm gonna try to have them on the show Friday. I might do. Actually, let me text Quincy right now because we don't. Q's gonna say some wild shit that we could get away with just having him on. Actually, do you have free time tonight? If he gives me 30 to 45 minutes, he has the Quincy Avery effect. It's on Hulu. You ever like see something and it's so riveting and you're like, man, I'm about to go watch this shit. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm about to enjoy it. I pop popcorn to go. And I even looked, I laid in my bed. I had my glasses on because my TV's still not big enough for that. I gotta wear my glasses. I was comfortable. And I went to Hulu. I don't even have a Hulu name. Everybody else has a Hulu name but me. I went to Hulu. I typed it in, Quincy Avery effect, and I pushed it. And you know what it said? Premieres today. Like I was one day, I'm like, man, I just saw it. So now I have to, it takes a lot of, anybody who knows me, I don't watch TV. Like it takes a lot of work. Like if I swear to God, I know all the cool, like Marriott Bonvoy on their TV. That's my channel doesn't go past that. They have the same video. I know all of those. That's what I watch when I'm on the road. Marriott Bonvoy. It's not even a real channel. It just says it just stays there. It's noise. It's nice to sleep to. There's really some good ones, well produced. Like this one with the tennis champion, and his daughter is like his little baby girl's like his manager. She kind of hypes him up, gets through it. Like he does the ice water bat, the ice face thing that everybody thinks that the one black dude, the buff black dude from Jacksonville invented. I've been seeing that on Marriott Bonvoy TV for the last 5 years. Because the tennis dude, she gets all this ice, he puts his face in it, and it's very heartwarming. But I was ready, and then it said it comes on tomorrow. It comes today. So like y'all go check out, if you have Hulu, check out the Quincy Avery effect. Now if I get him on, I have to ask him about his nut ass freak bull. And which he's changed to Deshaun Watson. And but I'm gonna give him an opportunity because Shannon Sharpe talked shit about Deshaun Watson a little bit. And so I'm gonna give him a chance to get jab back. But people fuck with Quincy and they say he sucks, with the QB stuff, but he trains a shit ton of quarterbacks. And he's always with the top guys. I think Jaden Q is the one we saw at the combine. I think you were there with me when I saw him at the combine.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so he didn't even tell me he had a little documentary and shit. That would have been nice to know. I could have congratulated him on that, but we're gonna try to get Q on. Nah, he already paid. It's the people who pay him might not want that, but he's already paid. Now we could do a Discord watch party. You know what? Now that I think about it, that's how we can get around. All right, I gotta go talk to the fifth quarter, my fifth Q cats. Yeah, I don't want it to be fifth quarter though. Or I might, you know what? That might be the thing. But see, I would have to take my colors here in the chat, and I would have to give them access. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in general, because during football season, when I do my breakdown of the film.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can do that.
Because ain't nobody going to the stream. Nobody's clicking the fucking StreamYard link. But if I could just do it in Discord for the members, then that'd be cool. Yeah, that gives more. You know what? That's what we're going to do. There are movies that some of you people need to watch. We didn't do the hood movie chart though. The tier list.
I don't think so.
We should do that, like how they do little family nights and shit. Like this is the hood movie night, but I don't want to just be there because then I don't want my pilgrims to feel it's white movies that I think that I learned in college that you just like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Groundhog Day, No, that's new shit. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about white anthems, "Living on a Prayer" is a white anthem. Like if you play that, every white person stops with it. That's their dreams and nightmares. Like there were people singing from their heart in the. I don't not. It didn't have to be a hood movie, but like a white classic.
Yeah, I don't know. They're mostly comedy.
My white people like it's mostly comedies, and that like I watched one. It was a military movie with all the not Dan Aykroyd. I don't think Dan Aykroyd was in it. Who's the guy from Groundhog Day?
Oh,
Why can't I think of his name?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray was in it. Bill Murray was in it because Bill Murray was their Eddie Murphy in the 80s. Like Spaceball. Is Spaceballs one of them? I don't know. I just remember Spaceballs was one of the few movies HBO kept showing all the time.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the rom-com.
Now, okay, yeah. Now the rom-com era. Now, one thing I do love. I used to pick. I love a good rom-com. That's why LeBron would be my GOAT, because LeBron was in a rom-com playing himself so well. Like with the ugly girl, the girl with she's not all the way ugly, but she's nowhere near cute, but she was a comedian. Fat, kind of portly looking white girl.
Amy Schumer.
That's it. Yeah. LeBron, she was the love interest in the con. And then the white guy was like LeBron. Like, I don't know how he became friends with LeBron James. It was weird. Like, that's the name. Okay. Like, LeBron did a really good job in that. Jordan could never. If we're being honest, like that look right there, LeBron was like, "Don't you hurt my friend." I was like, "Yo, that's wild." One, the CGI is amazing in this movie. Like, look at that edge. Like, yeah, LeBron got a Jalen edge right there. Like LeBron's edge never looked that crispy. But we're going to Jaden. Do we have LeBron? We talking about LeBron today?
No, I didn't put the LeBron thing, but I can add the picture.
We're gonna talk about that because I need some of y'all Negras. Because I don't want to call you the hard ER. I'm gonna call you what the old white men in the South used to say. Y'all wild for what y'all expecting out of LeBron James. But before we get into all of this, because I just feel the ignorance that's gonna be on this today's show, and it's gonna be lovely. Let's start our day off with a word of prayer. And let's just get that going.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
It reminds me of that guy, like somebody said he got kicked out of church the other day. I was like, "Why'd you get kicked out of church?" Because I said, fuck the devil, and they kicked me out of church. That's what that was like. Oh man, all right. What we got, Jaden?
All right. Today is April 23rd. Brought to you by.
Oh.
Hey, we got some background music.
Background music for Jaden.
Got some April 23rd. Got a morning edition of Big Games B.S. Bring you the good, the bad, and all the BS in sports. Today, we're going to get a little messy, like James said. But we're going to start off the show a little bit lighthearted with an MFTK segment. Then we're going to transition to some FSU news. Tallahassee, going to stay in Tallahassee after that for a couple of segments and talk about college football players in specifically. Going to transition into the NFL, starting off with some news, with some videos on the Jags, get into some former Colorado players, talk about some more NFL specific players. Then we're going to go into our Big Games BS segment, talking about Uncle Shay, Kanye West, Anthony Edwards, a couple other things as well. So before we get started, James, you hinted at this earlier, but talk about your 6th annual community give back weekend drive that's occurring.
Yeah, go to mftkfoundation.com. Go to the donations if you'd like to donate. A bag is about $36. What we're doing, we got to change this one up. The one in Tampa is not just a youth football camp. We're giving bags to that too. It's probably going to be a combination between all of those. But 6 years ago July 26th would be my jersey year. And it's one of the cool things when you're an athlete. Like, everybody celebrates their 30th, their 35th, the 40th, your milestones. I was like, I'm going to celebrate my 36th. Well, the world shut down. That was COVID. So I could not do it. And I had put this money away, and I was going to have a birthday party in Tally, Jacksonville, and then I was going to go on my rounds. We were going to go to the DR. But then, a lot of stuff happened. And then what I decided to do is, a lot of people in Tallahassee said I'd never come back. I'd never do anything. So I tried to do it at the school in the neighborhood I grew up in. And believe it or not, them motherfuckers did not let me do it. They were like, nope. So I went to Bond, and Bond is in the hood, Holton Street. Like, basically Boston Richie probably went over there. That's where, that's the South Side schools. Every South City, a whole bunch of people pour into, South City's no more, but pour into Bond, and they welcomed me with open arms. So we did the first one there. There was no football camp. It was just a community give back and food distribution. So this would be then after I did that, everybody in Jacksonville was like, hey, how the fuck are you going to do something in Tallahassee that made you, but we pay you? So I did it in both. I did, we actually did the first one in October. The first one in August. Then the second one, the one in Jacksonville, we did in October. Then the next year, 2021, the year I almost died. We did that. We did that there. And we just been doing it over and over again. We picked up, this will be our third year in Orlando. Again, we go into the hood, like not the rap hood, like the real hood. And we do all of this stuff. And I'm here to tell you that it's the safest you'll ever be there. Like, as with most places, if you're not fucking with nobody, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. And you go mind your business. You might get some weird looks, but one thing I say about the Black community is we're one of the most accommodating. Like, just really go and look at the history. Like, right now, Sinners is out, and they talk about, how Irish, like, we welcome the Irish before they became white. Then Irish people became white. I'm dead serious. Like, look before, like, when they used to look like Irish, like when they used to look at them as second-class citizens, they came and fucked with the Blacks, and we embraced them. Then the same thing with the Italians, Chinese. Like, there's a whole thing on going on right now where they talk about how the Asians started, basically how Asians got into the hood with the supermarkets. They were the only people that could sell to both sides. And then all of a sudden they used that wealth that they were gaining, and then but I'm just telling you, if Black people or the hood was as bad as it is, nobody would be left. Like, just think about what they show you. Like, Chicago. For a while, they were like, Chicago had another shooting and 1,000 people died this weekend. But, like, there's still Black people in Chicago. So I'm saying all that to say is most crimes, most poverty are in poverty areas because of economic stuff. What I try to do with my stuff, and I'm not going to do it too loud. I love the fact that it's the largest book bag drive you never heard of, because when shit get popping, that's when people get shot. And I don't want to get shot. I don't want nothing bad to happen to me, or I don't want y'all to do me like Shannon. Like, every time a Black man gets something good going, some random ass, I'm sorry to say it like this, random white bitch or random bitch comes out blue. I don't need that for my life right now. But we got this going. Time, talent, treasure. So if you have no money, no treasure or talent, you have time to come volunteer. Hand out a book bag. I'm telling you, it'll make your Saturday. Hand out some water at the youth football camp. Your treasure, obviously the bag, $36 a bag or more. If you have your talent. Your talent is what you can do. You can share this. Everybody can go to my page. It's my pinned tweet. I believe it's my pinned post on IG. It is my pinned post on Facebook. You can take this, put it in your story, share it, because once we put the website out there, the most important thing for me is moving these packs. I got to get rid of this shit. Go tell your favorite. Go call out again. I know y'all ain't gonna do this. It's for the motherfucker that told Brandon Sinone that I was talking about his wife that one time. Y'all clip this shit right here. Clip this. Send it to Sinone and tell him put this shit on 247 like y'all do for the little football camps. That the guys who are actually ball players coming out that have 50 kids at their football camp. There's nothing wrong. That's 50 kids that was impacted. But I can tell you this: we fed 6,000 people last year. Like, ain't nobody having impact like that, and it can have more impact if the people got behind it. So, like I'm saying, put it in your group chats, tell people, come on. Like, we don't have, like in Tallahassee, I don't know if we're going to do it this year because I don't want that funk on y'all, but we've had current players come out and serve. And I don't, we're going to have something, but I may end up having the former guys come back in, and we may do a little. I'm afraid to do this. Ever since I almost died, I stopped trying to celebrate my birthday. The world almost ended in 2020 when I tried to celebrate my birthday. I almost died when I tried to celebrate my birthday. So I haven't really celebrated. But what we may end up doing is July 26th, I'm going to talk with Dub. I'm going to talk with a bunch of other cats. I'm going to see how many former players I could get to come back to work my youth camp. And if we could get those guys to come back and work the youth camp, then we may go ahead and throw a party on that Saturday night and just, invite y'all to come out and hang out with just do some shit. Take it back when Cash Money was taking over for the 99 and the 2000s. See some vintage vehicles. A lot of y'all built like old school Acura Legends. A couple vintage Rolls Royces in there. But we want to see the beautiful old chicks come out here because again, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna ever get Shannon Sharpe. So, but that's basically the weekend. Y'all see it. It's up there. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's support that.
Yep. Make sure to support the biggest, greatest book by drive y'all never heard. So y'all will hear more about the drive in the upcoming years. So we're going to transition now into our lovely alma mater, Florida State. So draft week is this week, like we mentioned, and it starts tomorrow. So how we're going to kick this off for our FSU segment is by this. So there has been 300 all-time NFL draft picks from the Seminoles. Last year, most notably, Jared Verse, got Braden Fisk as well. And then there's a whole list of other players as well. Jameis Winston, Derwin James, Sante Samuel Jr., Jermaine Johnson. So huge shout out to the Seminoles for getting 300 all-time players drafted into that next level. And hopefully there will be 2 to 3 more in this year's draft. So shout out to all the guys. Shout out to FSU football. Shout out to the program.
I mean, kudos. I mean, one of the things that I always tell folks, like, oh, you barely played or some silly shit like that to people. I think it's something like only 20,000 people have ever worn that uniform or something crazy like that. Like, brother, like that's an honor to get drafted is even a bigger honor. But like to play in that league, none of those guys are sorry. Like they may not be the best, but they're not sorry. And kudos to my Seminole brothers who get their NFLPA card. Ooh, oh man, we going before we go to basketball. Did I tell y'all about the juicy gossip that happened in the Seminole world, the old heads world? So, damn, I gotta have them. So my brother Travis Johnson, he's Panamanian too, man. I had no idea he was Panamanian when we played. I didn't even know what a Panamanian was, so I probably wouldn't have known anyway. But Trap calls me with the shits on Saturday. Like, not the literal shits, but like just, he up to no good, as Trap does. And he's like, and he's very West Coast. He's like, JC, I call. Hey, man, why this dude over here perpetrating like he a Seminole or something, dog? Like, we work way too hard. And then there's this guy, Andrew A. Howard. Go on IG, let's just find Andrew A. Howard. And I felt like there's You know how there's people who claim to be a fraternity or a sorority, but they're not, and there's like whole websites that are dedicated to that. His hold on, I'll tell you what his IG is. We'll go. He might have dismantled it after Trap. It's Prime PR1ME _ II. Underscore.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead, put that thing up there. So, like, I have seen this guy around. So I'm not here to. Trap did his investigations and stuff. I don't know. I'm not here to say anything about that. But I've seen him around, and you probably don't remember him, do you, Jaden? The guy with the glasses. He was at the cigar lounge after the you know what? You probably want to see it because I think you went to go walk to go get a damn that's when you went to go get the po' boy. You and Steve went to go get the po' boys.
Man, I was reminiscing about them the other day.
That po' boy was fire. He has a good build. It's a lot of us that have played at Florida State and have played in the NFL. I don't know everybody. But keep scrolling down. Let's see, because I know he took one of the things down, man. But he really goes around and he lives. He got the NFLPA stuff. He's so again, you recognize that picture right there to the right, Jaden?
No, I don't.
That I'm saying the background, like that was the Sports Illustrated. We didn't go to that one, I don't think. But now, like, I'm really mad now. We couldn't get in a Sports Illustrated party. But maybe I need to throw around my former NFLPA status a little bit more. Scroll down a little bit. Right there. Wait a minute. So it is not fair because Mickey don't know. Mickey, you know how many black men Mickey's coached? And then this was him. If you go to the one in the middle, we get a chance to speak. I was there. Was I there? That was Thanksgiving. That's why I felt history, because Chris came back for the Florida game. So all I'm saying is we have this. And Trap's just like, he has said that he played from 05, from 95 to 05. He posted a picture of Pat Watkins getting an interception in 03. 03 as his first interception. And so Trap sends me this, and I'm like, he sends me this IG. I'm like, oh man, it's about to be some fuckery. So Trap sends him a message, says you fraud. He's like, I'm taking it down. And I got to read it like Trap. Why are you faking like you played at FSU? We don't play that fraud shit. He says, I'm taking it down. And then this is when I knew Trap. My dog Trap is a great person, but he's an asshole too. Because this man posted. Actually, go back to it. Go back to to his own page. He had to delete this part. I know for a fact he did not keep that up with Trap. But Trap put up under one of the pictures of his kids. Scroll down. Right there, that one right there. Man, beautiful little girl too. Click on that. He deleted all of it. Okay, good. Whew. Thank you. Trap posted up under that picture, that pretty little girl. Did she know you were a fraud and never played football at FSU or in the league? Probably didn't play after your junior year in high school years. Why are you lying and trying to be one of us? We worked too hard and lost too much for FNs to play around like they want us to take all that FSU shit down. He said, no disrespect, dog, but who are you? You didn't play at FSU. You didn't play for the Jags. I've been asking for days now, and no one knows who you are. You posted a picture of Pat Watkins claiming it was you. Just got off the phone with dudes from 95 to 2005, and no one knows who the fuck you are. Like, yo. I was like, man, try. Then here's where it gets wild. Because these are very specific things. He has a Wikipedia. Andrew entered the supplemental draft and was signed by the Minnesota Vikings where he reunited with his college roommate, Randy Moss. After playing in 2 preseason games, Howard was traded to Jacksonville for strong safety Orlando Thomas, being inactive on the practice squad for most of his first year, only dressing out in 4 games. He spent 3 seasons back and forth active in practice squad, finishing out his stint in Jacksonville in 2004 with 3 interceptions and a punt return touchdown. After being released in 2004, he signed 1 year with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the problem. The Jaguars didn't have a punt return for a touchdown in the 3 years that he was with them. No, he's not on any of the active rosters.
Oh.
He's not on any of the active rosters. He said he was roommates with Randy Moss. Randy Moss was at Florida State for like a semester in 95. Like, I just, and if he would have had 3 interceptions, like all the interceptions are recorded. Like, it's hard to get an interception. It's not easy. There's no, like, Donovan Darius had like 5 1 year. Like, he would have, like, so I even looked at it like, okay, first I was like, man, he had 3 interceptions in 2004 and they got rid of him? That's not happening. Then I was like, okay, well, if he would have had 3 interceptions in 2004, he would have had more. Like, he would have been signed. Like, he would have been like number 2 on the team in interceptions that year. The biggest thing I found in all of this is that the Jags weren't very good during that time. But in that, he wasn't there, and I just like, man, and he seems like he's a really nice guy. Like, we would kick it with him without it. You know what I'm saying? Like without it. Like, but it's like, man, I be feeling bad. Like those people scare me.
Yeah.
Because what else are you willing to lie about, man? And like, it was wild though, because like Trap was really mad. Like, I'm not mad. I'm more concerned, like, wow, what would make somebody do this? And Trap's just like, nah, man. You don't understand, cool? How you gonna act like you ain't mad, JC? I'm like, well, I mean, people want to pretend they did mad drill. I said I was groggy for half of that shit. I don't know. But I did wonder, because the time he said he played was doing like, them was the years Tally was lit. And like, I don't know, he was just always around. So I just figured like maybe he was on the team, and like, but then I'm like, you got drafted. Like, we had some cats like in that secondary during that time. But you know, just imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Then we got to come up with something. We gotta have to do like a alumni. I'm gonna have to get with Trap, Pete, all these other. Like, we are going to be a frat. We gotta come up with like a Seminole handshake. Like, you know, when soldiers can tell who's not a soldier, because if you go watch a movie with them, they always nitpick on like silly shit to us, like your salute.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, that salute is awful. Like, maybe we got to come up, like, what is the perfect way to like do the tomahawk chop? Like, is it like, you got to get that thing 390? What was it? 90, and then like get like a 90, like right here. And it's got to come down, perfect 180, perfect here. Like, you know, my thing was, if you ain't did mat drills, you can't call yourself a dope boy. So I treat it like, you know, there's Kappas and then there's noops. I don't know what really separates them, because I didn't even get into that. That's y'all business. But I do know noops had to do a little bit of extra. All noops are Kappas, but all Kappas ain't noops. I do know that. So like, maybe we got to, like, you know, I don't know, man, but clearly we got a perpetrator in the mix. But it did remind me of my boy. It was not worse. This was worse than when Marlon Napier made it seem like he played like he was Rudy of Florida State. But at least Marlon does have stats in a game. He played against Colorado. But, you know, anyways, man, I just thought that was interesting tidbit of drama that we could talk about amongst the alumni.
So how did he get on-field passes for the games?
I don't know. And that's the wild part. That's the fuck that, you know what? Now I'm mad, Jaden. Now that you just brought that shit up. I wasn't even mad until now. You know, like I got to get mine from the team chaplain. And people bitch about me getting on the sideline. Why does James get to get on the sideline for all the games? Bitch, I made plays. I have iconic touchdowns. It's probably some of the times when people get mad. My favorite comeback is probably the only time your dad hugged you and then beat you was when I scored a touchdown against Miami, and it brought him so much joy that he stopped beating on you and your mama. But like, I'm sitting here like, damn, dog, you right. This motherfucker is like on the sideline. Now, here's where what I told Trap is what he should have let me do. He should have done. I think Trap was wrong. We're having a big ass tailgate. And excuse me. We're having a big ass tailgate. He should have just let him come to the tailgate. And then we figured then everybody's gonna be people from 95, probably the 90s, all the way to 2010 at that tailgate, former alumni. Somebody got to know who you are at that point. Somebody got to vouch for you. And, you know, but he did this. And so now I'm curious if he's going to get the sideline passes or, you know, I thought because the first time I saw him, he was with Pete. And I just thought he was one of Pete people. But clearly, I don't think Pete know who he is because Pete's just nice to everybody. So I'm pretty sure if I call Pete right now, like, Pete, hey, man, you know this dude? Nah, JC, I thought he was with you. Like, come on, dog. But anyways, that's a good question, Jay. Those are questions that now I'm finna start getting everybody sideline passes. Don't tell me I can't get sideline passes when y'all got people here who we don't even know if they got a letter. Maybe he just walked in. I don't know.
He definitely got to be Nigerian. Elite scammer right there.
Elite scammer, dog.
Elite. Whew.
Like, you know how specific his NFL accolades are? like that was very punt return for a touchdown. That is a very, like, that is like, oh, I'm going to see how far I can take this. Like those are hard. Like, that's why Devin, I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame, but like, that's why Devin Hester is in the Hall of Fame. You understand? You feel me? Wait a minute, yeah. 29 was on the sweatshirt. But the crazy part, right now, real quick thing. Just all y'all right now, if you Google, it's hard to find the Saints stuff, but I know what it's not hard to find. If you Google James Coleman FSU, this is going to pop up. It's going to tell, it's either a no fan blog, it's going to be a picture of me with the bald head. It's going to be a picture of me with this mean mug with the little juicy Jerry curl thing. You Google me right now, you're going to see shit. Now, the only thing that they fucked up on, and I'm mad because I think they gave some of my touchdowns to BJ Dean. I scored 6 touchdowns in 2005. I did not score 3. I have 10 career touchdowns. That makes me mad, a little mad. But whatever, I'm not getting into it. Like, bottom line is you can find me, dog. Angelo, that is why I can pick on Megamind. That's why I can pick on that boy head, because it comes from a place of love. I was not happy that day. When you Google his name, none of this shit nothing comes up. Like, let me try to think of it. Like, again, Jaden, one real quick. I talked about him on the show the other day. Most people, Marcelo Church, Google Marcelo Church, FSU. And then pop it up there. See if anything comes up. Yep, okay, right there. All right, Marcelo Church. You got a picture of him in there. Church boy comes up. Let me try to think. Somebody. You know what? Fuck it. Marlon Napier, FSU. Let me see if something comes up. Goddamn. Even I'm just saying, little buddy. Now, this is the craziest, the craziest growth spurt in the history of football. Marlon Napier went from 5'6" to 5'9" in one off season. That's wild. But Marlon was never 5'6" or 5. He was never 5'9". Marlon's 5'6" now. But, stuff comes up with Marlon, and hey. I'm trying to think. So that's good. So Marlon, Church Boy was a scholarship player, was really good. Played really good his senior year. Didn't make the plays that people would have thought. Marlon was a walk-on, so like you can see, but again, you can see the different. What if we type again? What's the man? I didn't even know his name. I was just talking to him. Andrew. It's not Andrew Henry Kennan. That was big. What did it called Andrew? Andrew Jelly. That was his nickname, was Jelly. Andrew Jelly. Type in Andrew A. Howard II real quick, and let's just see if this can end all of this real quick. Obviously, we see what pops up when you type in a no. So this can end all of this shit. I'm going. My man's probably no, definitely not that. That's not him. He didn't play. I don't think he played for Hampton. We're looking for Florida State. He didn't play for Gettysburg College, even though that's a good college, D3 school. Very nice on the actual premises. So that's him. He's a sports trainer. Maybe he went to Florida State. You know what? Here we go. Now, this is hard to fake. All right. Maybe this is why. I don't know. Let me see if we get this. Sorry that this is not what the show is supposed to be about, but we got to do our investigative journalism. Hey, all right. So it's still been bothering me, dog. Like I wasn't bothered until you told me about it. So
I done reported it into the league and everything. So that the league got on him too. That's why he took a lot of that. He took a lot of that them tags down. Then I found out I played with a dude who went to high school with Buddy, and say Buddy didn't get no sniff in high school. But hey, I'm gonna get my knee injected. Give me 2 minutes.
All right, bro. Yep. Well, grand opening, grand closing. Travis was on it. So, all right, that might be the new thing. Bottom line is, we don't take perpetrating we take perpetrating seriously here. All right. Let's go to positive things and our building our basketball program up. Look like.
You are correct, James. So we got some new 3-point talent for FSU. So I'm just going to read you some stats courtesy of Clay Fink. So we have 5 incoming transfers from D1 teams, and these are their 3-point statistics from last season. So Kobe McGay has shot 43.9%. Martin Somerville shot 40.5%. Jones shot 38.9%. McCray shot 32.6%. And Wiggins shot 36.5%. In total, their percents total to 39%, or 295 out of 757. For context, the FSU team record for 3-point makes is 296 back in the day in 04.
We finna be bombs over Baghdad on these bitches.
For real. So I'm super excited to see our 3-point shots fall this season with these shooters right here, and super excited for the team.
So I'm looking for shooters, and FSU got shooters. Nice.
Next, talk about some baseball. So the Noles took the W over Stetson, 11-6. Seminole, you see right there, we were ranked with the number 4 spot. So keep climbing the ranks, keep doing our thing, and man, got the dub by 5 points. Had to get our lick back from the incidents that happened on FSU's campus. This is our first game back from the incident. So huge shout out to the Seminoles getting that W for the school. Everybody needed it. Everybody needed to see this W. And man, just shout out to the team as well.
They came out slow. They were down 4-0 at one point. So good stuff for I guess somebody got ejected too for having some words. They're a little spicy bunch. Don't fuck around, let them go to Omaha, man, because I ain't never been. I might go and be the realest nigga in Nebraska if we go to Omaha. I'm going to see that. This might be just a year first. So we'll figure that out.
We got some video of the women's FSU golf team sliding back home to Tally with their hardware, with their trophy, and just wanted to share this with the fans.
All right, shout out to Mike. There was an Asian. This isn't a safe space at all. I can't say what I want to say. I'm proud of them, though. I am proud of them. Can we win a natty? Does anybody know if we're good enough to win a natty? Well, I can tell you this much. I am not. Why don't we have, have you ever seen that real thick black lady that be crushing? She'd be crushing the drive, the balls off the tee. There's some sexy women in golf that don't get enough pub. It's not our team. Our team isn't here for looks. They're here for the love of the game. That's how it must have been. Our girls are here because they just love it. They are here, they're playing it the right way. A lot of these other girls want to be seen. Our girls want to be judged by their talent and their merit alone. That being said, I will not be watching our women. I'll be cheering them on from afar. Probably won't ever watch a golf event because there's nothing in it for me.
Now we're going to go across the tracks to FAMU. So Charlie Ward recently had his introductory press conference with FAMU basketball to introduce him to the program and introduce him as the new coach to the media. So shout out to Allison Posey. She got a chance to sit down with Charlie Ward and discuss the future for the program with this one thing in mind that pertains to FSU fans.
We still getting the sound thing, dealing with that?
Oh, you can't hear it?
Yeah, I can't hear it. I don't know if everybody else can. If they can hear it, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Yeah, they got no sound too. I'll tell you how I know she's doing a good interview with Charlie. Charlie is laughing. When Charlie laughs and you can get him to break a little bit, he becomes real personable. But Charlie's not other than that, Charlie's kind of rigid with some of the stuff, man. But we got to get the big game interview with Charlie Ward. Hold on, let me see if we can make this happen.
So what Miss Allison asked Charlie was if him and Laux, the current FSU basketball coach, would arrange a game between FSU and FAMU, a basketball game. And he said they were in the talks of arranging the game, and it is in the works. So hopefully for this new basketball season, there will be that FAMU FSU match.
Hey man, I need you to tell Angie, just give me a hall pass with Well, not that kind of hard pass because I'm over that with Angie now. You know, she's a professional now. But I need like to tell her like when she presents me to the SID that he has an all access pass. I got to get with Charlie, and they got to let me cover the team too, the football team too. But I think Allison doing a good job. Allison's a dope interviewer, dope journalist. And I can't hear it, but I can see Charlie laughing, so I know she got some good content out of Charlie. But we need. Charlie got to get. I got to get that. It's in him. It's not. It's still. It's washed and cleansed by the blood of Jesus. But that N word is in him, and she got to let me. They got to let me get that out so that the FAMU fan base can know that they're properly represented. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just that he got a little that there's season in there that he is Charlie Ward.
They said they know Charlie Senior.
Well, yeah, that part. But nah, I just need to get that interview with Charlie. But nah, we over here breaking it down. So try to work on it. Cause we go. I'm in the studio recording. You live, so don't say nothing. Well, I mean, you say whatever you want to say. It's too late now. But
gotcha. Nah, I'm on my way to the airport.
Okay, man. Always on a flight somewhere, man. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Be better than me, nigga. When you going out, you ain't going to the draft, are you?
Nah, they got a draft party here that I got to take a part of at the Lemon Bar.
Yeah, and with the first pick, the Jags taking Scatterboo.
Oh boy, I would be so excited and lose my mind at the same time. You know I love a white running back. Boy, don't nothing bring me more pleasure and joy than a Pilgrim back. But we're gonna take the other hard running Negro. We're gonna take the slave Negro. Genes in him. Oh, we got this now. My bad. Let me listen to Allison. I'm gonna hit you back later.
What?
All right, oh, I thought I heard it.
I can't hear it now, the video.
All right, whatever. Bottom line is he said they're gonna play a game. Nah, you good. We can go on. Charlie, it wasn't. We need seasoning. We need a little bit more. Allison did a damn good job though. I only know that Charlie got a little more in there because I've interviewed Charlie before, and it took a little bit. You got to warm him up a little bit. We also got to get Charlie. Charlie got to dress a little more new age. Don't go because he's old. Don't go crazy, but we got to put something in there that he can wear the FAMU LeBrons with. So, shout out to my dog, the Humidor Chris. Make sure y'all go to humidor.com. Check out ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Let those guys. Hey, Chris, I need cigars, one, and then two. Can we get cigars for the tailgate? I don't need 1,000. We're not letting everybody smoke, but that's the goal. We're gonna have all the FSU legends at that one, so you gotta make sure you pull up to the Bama game. We might get our asses whooped, but it's gonna be a fun time. So you know that. Bring some peanut butter bourbon, all that stuff. But yeah, so why I got you, that was just, sometimes when you see your friends in the chat, you gotta go ahead. It's like church. The pastor sees somebody that he got to point to him and talk to him while he's thinking about it. We'll go to the next thing.
Yeah, we got some more videos in the itinerary, so hopefully we can get those figured out. And Miles, you might have to do it from your end because I heard it when you were playing it when James was talking this recently, so we maybe have to do that. But we're gonna move on. It's staying in the college world, and actually we have one more video actually right next up. So we have Kenny Dillingham talking about how transparent he is with his team with ASU. So Miles, if we can pull that video up, is right after the Charlie Ward one. He was discussing how open he was with the players in his program, especially the walk-ons. So this pertains to the ASU walk-ons, and that if they won't have a spot with the 105 cap, so they would have to enter the portal. And Kenny was a part of the FSU staff recently made that push into the college football playoffs with Scattaboo on his team. Like James was mentioning, James is a huge fan of Scattaboo. And we got this video right here. So hopefully we could get the sound rolling and let us know what you think in the chat. I'm not able to hear it if y'all are able to hear it.
Y'all can't hear it? Damn. Damn. That shit was loud. Okay.
While we fix the sound, James, just reiterate if you heard a decent amount of the video, what Dillingham was saying, especially pertaining to the walk-on.
Well, basically, Kenny, it's honorable. He's saying that basically they know who's going to be on their 105. So everybody has to be on scholarship now. You cannot have any walk-ons. And so they're letting guys know now they don't have a spot for them. And so that they can go find what they need to do with the rest of their lives. But I think it's a bit, not for Kenny, I just think in general, like 105 people is a lot of fucking people, man. It like 120 is what you used to be able to keep. So like to have 105 players, it was 85 before. So they're giving you 20 more. Like there's not nobody's 105 deep. Like you don't have 105 cats. It's just you're just like y'all hear this? Oh, all right. Nah, like I just don't understand. Like I think that's too many people in general. The only thing that those other 20 guys were punching bags. And I'm sorry, man. Maybe I just didn't revel it enough. But I don't give a fuck about football that much to just get my ass whooped every day for the culture. Like I wanted to play, so I'm sorry. That's just maybe because I lived it, I have a different perspective. I just football hurts. Hurts. Still nothing. Okay. We'll just have to do sound now. They may not be able to they won't see the animated people. Anybody hear?
Yeah, we couldn't hear it.
All right, well, we'll just play it from the phone, or we'll just do something like that.
All right, next thing on our college football agenda, we have to talk about UCLA and Tennessee. So I'm going to share this with you guys right here. Give me 1 second. Okay, boom. Got it right here. Pulled up for you guys. So this is pretty crazy with the transfers in this college football offseason. So quarterback Joey Aguilar is transferring from UCLA to Tennessee in what's essentially a quarterback trade per ESPN College Football. And then we broke last show and last week, UCLA announced the signing of Nico Iamaleava on Sunday, and Aguilar entered the spring portal on the very next day, that Monday. So, James, what do you think about this QB trade essentially between the SEC and UCLA?
This is why I say stop blaming the kids, man, and start being fair and being consistent across the board. This is all this was a trade. And hell, Tennessee tampered with TCU's quarterback. Like they all, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying in this day and age. So like, bump all that. Mid went to mid. So like, fine. UCLA's happy. They got his brother too. Tennessee got a guy that literally just transferred into UCLA. Like, what about competing? Like, where's those noise from the damn Southerns that like Tennessee? Like, shit just be bullshit, man. Like, I'm tired of all of it. The only thing I hate about it is that it is destroying rivalries, but UCLA and Tennessee were no rivalry anyway.
Like we previously mentioned, Arkansas actually had transferred from the Arkansas's quarterback did transfer to UCLA, and that happened to be Madden Iamaleava, and he is the brother of Nico Iamaleava. They're both back home in California, now at the same school, competing for that QB1 spot, even though Nico has the edge. But yeah, James, two brothers in the same quarterback room, that is something to see for sure.
Yeah. I don't care, man. I think I didn't realize they were just 1 year apart. They got to be like, so I'm assuming Madden is the younger brother, right?
Yeah, he's the younger brother.
So I guess like I don't even know how this is gonna work. Like Madden because Nico was a redshirt freshman?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're 2 years apart then. Doesn't matter to me, man. Bump it.
So we're going to stay in the college world for this last segment. We're going to be discussing the new EA College Football 26 game. So they're going to be doing a competition for marching bands, and the winner will get to create the CFB 26 theme song and record a song with one of the most legendary heavy metal rock bands, Metallica. So this would likely mean that Metallica's Enter Sandman will be in the game for Virginia Tech's legendary stadium entrance. So just thought this would be a cool thing to share with you guys, getting a chance to have a song with Metallica, getting a chance to compete with other marching bands. Thought it was dope. James, did you hear about this potential partnership?
Yeah, I didn't know about the marching band competition, but I do remember I did hear about Enter the Sandman, which I guess is a really cool tradition. Like, I don't really yeah, whatever. I'm not a Virginia Tech fan, so I don't really know. Never played at Virginia Tech, so I don't know how scary Enter the Sandman is.
Right. So we're going to transition into our NFL segment. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But we got a couple of videos lined up to start off this segment. So what I'll do is I'll play the videos in the background. And then, James, what you can do is pull up the videos on your phone and just play the audio. Is that cool? Should that work? Okay, so first we have the Jags advice for the players in this upcoming NFL draft. The Jaguars PR team asked the current players on the roster if they had advice for the college players that are going into the draft. And James, let me know when you're all ready to go.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I thought I had it. Oh, got it now.
Everybody opinion on you. Do your thing, handle your business. You ain't even got to bleep it out. Ain't no in between. You either got it or you don't. So it don't matter where you get drafted, even if you don't. You either got it or you don't. Where you in? Where you in? If you go undrafted, don't lose hope, don't lose your face. Don't watch it. Just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the environment. Because you watch the drive, you might stress yourself out. Just be patient. The thing coming on the way. LA 69. Always how doing what is good. Just the right time. Take in everything. Even if like you get the chance to go to the draft, just take in everything and recognize it's like when it's one in a lifetime experience, and just try to take in everything.
Fuck Travis.
As much as you can. So yeah.
All right. That was it.
Yep, that was it. And I thought Mr. Walker has some funny advice for the PR team. And yeah,
we definitely talked a lot of shit about him, like this show in particular. Not shit in the manner in which he would normally. Like it wasn't. Good ass.
Everybody opinion on you. Do your thing, handle your business. You ain't even gotta bleep it out.
I can hear this.
You got it or you don't.
It
don't matter where you get drafted, even if you don't. You got it or you don't. Where you in? Where you in? You go undrafted, don't lose hope, don't lose your faith. Attack that. Don't watch it. Just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the environment. Because you watch the drive, you might stress yourself out. Be patient. The thing coming on that way. LA 69. Don't get tired doing what is good. Just the right time. Take in everything, even if like you get a chance to go to the draft, just take in everything and recognize it's like when it's one in a lifetime experience, and just try to take in everything as much as you can. So yeah.
All right, so now that we have the process for it working, we got it fixed. James, just make sure when the video is playing, they won't hear you when you talk. They'll just hear the audio. So just wait till after the video ends to talk. But we got the video going. Next, we have another video, Miles, if you can pull it up. So Maurice Jones-Drew was asked on his thoughts surrounding the Jags possibly picking Ashton Jeanty with their first pick in the first round. So if we can pull that up, this is what MJD had to say.
Mo, I mean, I think it would be great if Ashton Jeanty was drafted here. I think it would be exciting. I think the fan base would definitely embrace him. But to try to play, I guess, a little bit of the devil's advocate here, this draft seems like you can get a pretty good running back in the 4th and 5th round. And if you want to talk about a guy like Bucky Irving, I think he was taken the 4th round, if I'm not mistaken, by Liam Cohen and company. And you saw how he did. Like, we thought it was going to be the Rachaad White, show for a while. I had him in fantasy. I was wrong because Bucky Irving ended up taking over, and he was kind of the bell cow going forward for Tampa. So I guess my question for you is like, with what you're getting with Jeanty, at 5 overall or whatever it's going to be in the first round, is it that much better than we could possibly get in the 4th or 5th round with, some of these backs, whether it's out of UCF, out of Tennessee, things like that?
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. But, I have Jeanty rated higher than Saquon was when he came out. And the reason being is he has a very similar skill set, but he played at Boise State, right? Mm-hmm. Rushed for more yards, had less negative yards. He's just more explosive, to be honest, than what Saquon was at Penn State. And when you watch Saquon at Penn State, you saw some very explosive runs, but you saw a lot of negative stuff because he was trying to score all the time, where Jeanty is the complete opposite. He's going to get the tough 5, tough 4 yards, and then have that ability to break the long one. To me, I think he's going to be a piece that, I think if we're ranking it out of 10, he's 10 or 11, and then the next guy is like 7, 8. Right?
Yeah.
7, 8 is a really good, and we'll talk about some of those other guys obviously as we go on. But Jeanty to me is, like I've said it before, he's the best prospect I've scouted since I've gotten the TV and the broadcasting industry. And a lot of people were saying, like, well, what about Saquon? I was like, well, I love Saquon. I just thought Saquon needed some things to do, like pass protection wise or some other things. But I thought with the ball in his hands, he was phenomenal. This kid does it all. He does it all. And so not only does it do it all, the guys that, and again, I this is with no disrespect to Boise State, but the guys that he plays with at Boise State probably won't be getting drafted very high if they get drafted at all, right? So that to me tells you that he's really doing something spectacular.
Yeah, man. I'm a Jeanty, like y'all know I like Jeanty, so like draft that motherfucker. Like I got my questions off at the combine, so we got content. We'll have our guy at the draft. We'll have our correspondent at the draft waiting to get that shit. So like, I think when all those fell, and going back to the Walker comment, right? Is Genty the fifth best player in this draft? Is the first thing you got to ask yourself. I don't know. Obviously USA Travis Hunter. You could say Cam Ward. But I'm gonna go with something where I know I'm gonna get my money's worth. And I know he's reliable. I know he can take a lot of carries. And like the NFL, the running back isn't necessarily needed to be the home run threat like everybody thinks he is. What he is needed to do is get them 3 to 5 yards. And that's what makes Saquon so damn good. That's what makes Derek. The first play, and I'm still mad at myself. I'm mad that I didn't listen to Jaden, and I still haven't listened to him, by the way. I need to go get me one of these devices. What's that shit that you got? The little camera thing?
DJI Osmo Pocket 3.
The osmosis thing. Because I could have had that bitch in my pocket, or I could have just used my phone. I record all the plays when I'm in the press box. And I was at a good height in Philly, and there is no bad seats in that stadium. I was just freezing. But the first offensive play from scrimmage on a cold day, Saquon went 60 because nobody wanted to hit his ass. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, these are still human beings. And a big bitch running fast is not something you want to do on a cold winter day. So, like, does it make us a playoff team? Honest God's truth, I don't think anybody we draft is making us a playoff team. I got to see Liam Cohen's system, though. But like, I do think we do need another wide receiver, though. But first and foremost, I want to tell people respect to Brett Martineau, and Austin. They literally took me and Denny's whole flow, our whole vibe. Brent used to work at 1010, right? And he left 1010 to go over to Action News. He's an op station. They did they went and they did like they have a digital channel that they've invested money into. Like that's like and what's funny is First Coast is trying to do something with like that as well. We're just not taking the energy to do it like Brent and them are. But they got a white dude with a black guy with dreads. He's lighter than me, obviously. Played football. Austin played football for the Jags. Also is a good is an MMA fighter. Defensive end who got arrested, played for the Panthers, got kicked off the team because he threw his girlfriend on top of some guns. But anyways, they fought each other in an MMA fight, and Austin was doing well technically, and then he got caught slipping, and got his ass. It saw Jesus. Like when them heavyweight fights, man, you make one slip, and that big Greg Hardy, he made one slip. Greg caught his ass with all that fucking weight, and went night. But Austin's pretty good. Austin was also in the UFC, like the where they like let the guys not wrestle. They fight to get a spot in the UFC contract. Austin was in that as well, so he's like a real good. He also trains Reggie Northrup, local kid here. I can't wait till Reggie actually goes and takes that shit seriously. But anyways, though, good show, good opinion piece by MJD. For some reason, you put MJD in there, and I was thinking about the guy who was rearranging IUDs in Carolina. Steve Smith. I don't know why I was thinking about Steve Smith. That's who was going to give his opinion, but I'm glad it was Lil Russell's dad.
Yeah. I don't know how you got Steve Smith either, but we got one.
I was just thinking, I think in my mind, because Steve Smith is the one who typically gives his opinions on people. Remember, he was famous for, like, it's wild because he praised the Miami Reposado, but like, when he was talking about he's talking about a buddy from with the Eagles. I can't think of his name. Played for Florida State, our tall wide receiver,
Johnny Wilson.
They said he's a freak, maybe in the sheets, but not on the football field. I was like, yo, you ain't have to get my dog like that, man. But yeah. But you know those crazy football players.
And you know, Steve knows a thing or two about being a freak, Mr. IUD Rearranger himself.
But this next thing was
this is going to be our facts. This is going to be our facts or cap segment, and it's featuring Pac-Man Jones. So Jones had an alleged inside source that told him this information, and let's see if you guys believe it. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Is right down in Duval. They're trying to find some kind of way to get Trevor Lawrence about it. Really? Those are real reliable sources, people, not no cap shit. I know he was the first overall pick and all that, but my sources says they like the Sanders boy.
They want to move Trevor Lawrence and they want to bring in Shedeur Sanders.
My sources says they are trying to find anybody that will take it.
Wow.
And I don't think Trevor Lawrence selling no tickets. I'm quite sure if that Sanders wearing that too, I'm quite sure there'll be a lot more people at the game and at the pool, don't you think?
That's a really good point. That at the end of the day, it's a business and you got to worry about selling tickets. And he's not. I mean, there was a point where they thought he was going to be the next Peyton Manning. People were talking about he's going to be the next great quarterback in the NFL. He's had 4 seasons and he's had flashes, but maybe getting him out of there is best for everybody, right? He can go to a program, he can go to an organization that's maybe better built for him and his skill set, his talents, and they can bring in Shedeur and they can build a whole team around Shedeur, have a new culture.
Everybody in Jacksonville down there, they probably got a warrant out on him for highway robbery. He fooled him. He fooled him. He fooled the shit out of him.
Don't worry about selling tickets.
Can they hear me now? Again, I don't want no smoke with Pac-Man because clearly he been smoking. And Pac-Man crazy. But that's just, some people want to get Trevor? I could believe that. Are they trying to get rid of him for Shedeur? Absolutely not. You heard that from somebody that said some bullshit. And this is why having a battery behind you is important, dog. Because anything all you gotta do is say a source. No, that's not even. The best source for Jags, E Dilla at @E_Dilla on Twitter is probably the best Jag source out of this motherfucker. He just a guy work at Target, if I remember correctly. That's no disrespect to E Dilla. That's my guy. But he don't do this for real. This isn't his thing. He gives it to, he literally is the Robin Hood of inside sources for NFL. He just goes out there, gets information, and just puts it on the timeline for the people to enjoy. But for Pac-Man to say this, bro, leave us be. We're already in a bad state down here. We don't need the bullshit, dog. Because that's all that was some bullshit. You ain't hear that from nobody. We are not in the market for a quarterback. We are not in the market for a quarterback. If we were going to be in the market, it would be next year after. Trevor got 18 months to prove himself. I'll tell you, that's not a source. That's called common sense. But definitely, but he already popping, man. You didn't even need it, dog. It's 2 ways I will say this. It's 2 ways to get clicks. Tell the truth. Well, 3. You could be Jason Whitlock and be overly critical on Deion and not give a fuck because that's what you're going for. You could be me, who people never see the positive shit that you say about Deion, but they know that you don't necessarily like him. So anything that you say critical gets taken to the next fucking level, and you're as this retarded motherfucker on Twitter at Scope Buffs is like, you're gonna spend another day hating on a black man. A black man hating while he's hating on me, a black man. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Or you sucking Deion's dick. And that's what this is. Your source is Deion. Just like Deion saying, it was a guy, I found out who the guy was. We had a conversation. And man, shut the fuck up, man. Shedeur is going to get drafted where Shedeur needs to get drafted. And I can promise you this. It won't be Jacksonville. And y'all got to stop this ticket sale bullshit. You know what sells tickets? Winning. Miles, when we was in the playoffs, we had to play. You went to back-to-back games, right?
I went to the San Diego.
I forgot who took Trey to the. So you was at the playoff game then. So you didn't go to the game to get us into the playoffs.
Nah.
At that playoff game, was there any room? Was that bitch full?
Oh yeah, it was lit.
That motherfucker was. I was not in it. The station is in like on the other side of the Jags parking lot. There is a pond. There is a lot of shit over like in between that. I'm trying to watch the game outside, freezing on the TV, so we can know what we got to do. I already know when the play gets made. You know why? You can hear the roar of the crowd. Like it is loud. It is the Jaguars have no problem selling tickets. It's the only time they have a problem selling tickets is when it's really, really bad. Beginning of the season, good. Like them people make money. Matter of fact, they're so good at marketing that Tony Baselli yelled at us for years when the Jags suck. It is up to you. You have an obligation to buy tickets. Support the team no matter what, and have white people out there spending their money that they ain't have. Good teams win. Philly don't need. You know why? Philly was the tickets that I sat in when I found out I could have sold them bitches for like $500 a pop. I was in the third section, the 300s. It's not low. People are paying money for this shit. And the stadium, and when the renovations happen, they're gonna pay money if it's a winner. If it's not, then they'll figure something out. Matter of fact, that's how I know Shedeur is not going to get drafted. They will wait for either Trevor's going to work or they're going to wait for New Hope. Because they still got to build the stadium, and the stadium is not going to be, what are we in, 20, so this 25, stadium won't be done till 27. So, hey. Just unnecessary lies.
We're going to stay with some NFL draft prospects, and this is a heartfelt story from Travis Hunter and his fam. So, share this with you all. Travis Hunter's father has received court permission to leave his home confinement and travel to Green Bay to watch his son walk across that stage on the NFL draft. James, I know you saw this, reposted this. Just give your thoughts and opinions on this great situation.
Love it, man. I don't know what his dad did, like, but I'm happy that he's getting the chance to take this moment in with his son. 'Cause I remember seeing him when he won the Heisman, and you saw him cry. Like that was a real, real cry.
Next, we have two videos, Miles, if you can pull up both, surrounding the future Jacksonville quarterback, as Pac-Man said, Shedeur Sanders. So the first video is of Shedeur Sanders on the Max Crosby podcast, and Max asked him who his Mount Rushmore of duos were, and this is what Shedeur had to say about who his favorite duo in the league was. So, Miles, if you could pull that up for me right quick, it should be the first. Let me see. It should be the first link under that Shedeur section we got. Yep, we got it pulled up right here. So let us know what you think of the chat and where do you think Shedeur will land.
You got one more.
That one.
Whoever gonna be the quarterback for DK Metcalf and George Pickens, whoever that is.
For sure. I love that. That's a hell of a. You got one more.
Whoever gonna be the quarterback for DK Metcalf and George Pickens, whoever that is.
That's what it's top.
I love that. That's a hell of a. You got one.
Like, nah, man. Them boys just gonna be fighting, dog. Again, I already know. I see that setup right there. They trying to get my dog fired.
Shedeur was hinting at that he was hinting that he would be the favorite duo with that's what he meant by the quarterback of the DK Metcalf and George Pickens, because we sure know that Trayson Rudolph isn't going to start. So Hopefully, Shedeur will get to that 21 spot, go with the Steelers. Then we have another video of your boy, James Quincy Avery, giving his spiel on Shedeur Sanders and giving his overall analysis of the quarterback. So, Miles, we could pull that up. If you guys haven't tuned into the show earlier, make sure to check out Quincy Avery's new Hulu documentary, The Quincy Avery Effect, dropped today on Hulu. Shout out to him, a quarterback trainer, has a lot of followers, has a big following on the socials. So we're going to take a deep dive into what Quincy Avery had to say about Shedeur Sanders, but more specifically about Shedeur Sanders' game. So going to share this with you all and let us know if you think Quincy was being too harsh or just right.
We've never seen a quarterback go in the first round who was really limited in terms of traits. So I don't see the translation in terms of the things that he did in college, working in NFL. The offense that he ran was so focused on passes at or behind the line of scrimmage. I think that he threw more of those than anybody in the country. And the second component of it was he took longer to throw than anybody in the country, with just 2.94 seconds or 96 seconds. Throwing the football before a guy comes out of his break. Seeing what a defense is doing pre-snap, which allows me to go to the line of scrimmage with a really good plan. Now, that may be as much on his coaching staff as it is on him, which he may be able to correct. But those are tough to give people the benefit of the doubt if they don't have the athletic profile. It's difficult when you're not athletic enough to run around and create plays. Like Shedeur is probably a 5'1", 5'2" quarterback. We've never seen a quarterback.
James, what do you think about the analysis?
Oh, I believe that. I think he's not a blazer. Like he's very I think he's about a little faster, a little more fluid than Jameis. I think Quincy is right in his critique. Somebody was asking me, I was like, somebody talked about big, like when Playmaker was talking about him, and I shared it this morning on Facebook. And he compared him. He's like, no, he was right in his comparison that he's better than Daniel Jones. Doesn't take a lot to be better than Daniel Jones. Where he was wrong is when he said he showed up in big games. And I'm like, what fucking big game did he show up in? Like none of his, he doesn't have the strong, all right, Anthony Richardson 100% understand, because when you look at him, he is a raw piece of clay that you feel you can mold. Cannon, strongest arm, fastest quarterback, over explosive, very explosive, doesn't have a lot of games that he played. So you figure he doesn't have you can fix his bad habits. Like there's a lot of things that you can feel like you can mold. Shedeur doesn't have the strongest arm in this draft. He's damn sure not the fastest in this draft. He's played a lot and still made a lot of bad mistakes. And you don't see him picking defenses apart. Now, if there are times in the game where you can show we've looked at the passing charts here on this show before, where you see a lot of plays are thrown between 5 yards and behind the line of scrimmage. There are a lot of guys that do that, but you have to be able to master and be highly accurate in the mid-game, in the mid-range passing game, in order to be good. So, and just because you fucked up once doesn't mean you have to keep fucking up. And that would be what I would say about the Giants with Daniel Jones. I fucked up. That's why I'm fired. That's why that guy's fired. It's because he picked Daniel Jones. You don't want to get fired. So, but I think Quincy gets a lot of hate because Quincy's unapologetic. But hey, that man got a whole documentary about his effect of training quarterbacks. So, can't be that bad.
Next, what we're going to get into is in the Colorado realm. But Miles, we don't have to play the video attached to this because it's going to take a little bit of time. And we got to get through these topics. So I'm going to recap the video and talk about the discourse involved with Deion Sanders Jr., a.k.a. Bucky, and your boy, your favorite, James Emmanuel Acho. So Emmanuel Acho released a 2-minute breakdown of why Jackson Dart is the QB2 over Shadur Sanders, specifically mentioning Shadur Sanders by name. And then Deion Sanders Jr. took to Twitter and said, I was blind, but now I see. And he attached that video of Cameron. So Acho responded to that tweet by Bucky by saying, quote, I messaged you privately to chat. If simply asking, quote, is Jackson Dart QB2, unquote, is unfair or offensive to you, I'm unsure how I can even, quote, attempt to do my job well without offending. I spent 2 years praising your family. Not that y'all need my praise. I value relationships. So let's talk. So in the film breakdown, he was breaking down Jackson Dart's game, his passes, his thought process. And he did call out Shadur Sanders by saying that Jackson Dart might be the quarterback 2 in this draft instead of Shadur Sanders. So do you think Bucky is out of pocket for responding that way? Or do you think Acho was just engagement farming, trying to get some views?
Well, of course it was engagement farming. If you put Jackson Dart's QB2, they know that's Shadur's not. So that's gonna in of itself get clicks. It's like when I used to write my articles, people would like, well, the headline. I said, don't read the headline, click the fucking article, read it. I don't create my fucking headlines. Just like I don't create the goddamn shorts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all put the damn things like, yeah, I thought you were gonna get me beat up. Do you realize? I don't know which one of y'all made it. It was you, Miles, or Jaden, that put James Coleman, big game calls Mike Norvell out the day I'm going to Tallahassee. To see Mike, if you only read the headline, you think I'm calling Mike the fuck out, and I'm not. I'm not calling Mike out at all.
Yeah, that was
it's
me.
A great generator to get people to click. And the problem is a lot of y'all click headlines and don't listen. On top of that, Deion is being like his dad and taking everything to heart. And I saw something that I shared. It talked about why Michael Jordan's a pussy. Pussies take everything take everything personal. It's not. Everything is not personal. Sometimes they might be wrong. You can disagree. And what would have been perfect to show your football IQ or acumen would be to say, hey, that's that. Because what happens is by you doing that, you naturally shit on Jackson Dart. As opposed to just saying, I don't agree with you. I think I'm better. The matter of fact, I think I'm QB1. Because if he said Cam Ward was QB2, it would be, what, or are you going to be like, oh, well, that means I'm automatically number 1. Like, the problem is right now is all, like I said, is disingenuous. They're using clickbait and generating clickbait. Now, I just fucking hate Emmanuel Acho. So that's the only reason I'm going to agree with Deion Jr. But like to make me actually kind of halfway agree and entertain Emmanuel Acho, that's how bitch made you being right now. Because remember, Deion Jr. went after Q too for just having an opinion about his brother playing a shitty game. Stick to taking pictures, dog. You're the camera guy. You good. You're going to be employed as long as your daddy at Colorado. And now you got a whole nother bag because you're going to be able to follow your brother, Travis Hunter, for the next 5 years.
Speaking of quarterbacks, got this NIL null in the league. You mentioned Jameis. And Jameis is an award recipient. Huge shout out to the brother. So Jameis, who was the digital correspondent for Fox for the Super Bowl, has won the 2025 Best Sports Individual Creator Webby Award for his coverage of the Super Bowl. Had millions of engagements. So huge movement for Jameis. And man, Jameis, don't take any advice, but man, you're setting up your correspondent career, your content career off to a great start. And this might be the path for you, my guy.
I think this is him, dog. I can't wait. I mean, it was a little bit too much. Like they oversaturated it, but it was good. It was, it was good though.
Shout out to Jameis. Next, we're moving on to Tyreek Hill. So ongoing drama with Tyreek Hill and one of his partners, because I don't know how much he has. I lost count. So Tyreek Hill's wife claims he kicked her out of their house and he stole their baby daughter after a fight. Keita Vaccaro claims Tyreek Hill took the baby without her permission despite never taking care of the child. Quote, husband has never taken care of the baby, never bathed her, never changed a diaper, never dressed her, and never put her to bed. He has never been alone with the baby. Tyreek Hill, who allegedly has 10 kids, has no desire to spend time with the baby, his wife says. The husband listed the marital home for sale, took the wife's car, and told her to get out, her lawyers allege. Then he started threatening to take the child. Vaquero is attempting to divorce Hill.
If she's looking for sympathy, it's in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. You knew what you were marrying. The man has had multiple babies on you while you're married. Now, I always find it ironic. Now he ain't shit. He's not shit. He was cool a little while ago, but now he's not shit. Like, miss me with that. You saw the red flags. I don't like, you're going to try to paint this man in the worst possible light, which he's already not in the good one. But like, how do you kidnap your own? Like, go back to it. Put it back up there on the screen, please.
All right, I got you right now. I'm pulling it back up.
Just certain things just trigger the inner lawyer in me. All right. Tariq took the baby. Oh, I'm going to say Tariq took the baby without his wife claims he kicked her out of their house and stole their baby daughter. How do you steal something that is yours? You're not divorced. You don't cohabitate. You don't have a court order. I can take my child wherever the fuck I want to take my child because that is my child. Now, you want me to believe that this man all of a sudden stole this child who's never been with her alone a day in his life, has never taken care of the baby, never bathed the baby, never changed the diaper, never dressed her, and never put her to bed. But all of a sudden, he's going to steal the baby just to get back at you. Like, there's a lot of ways to get back at you if he's never done any of these different things. Like, by kicking you out the house. He did what Allen Iverson did. Remember, you're too young for this, Jay. Allen Iverson kicked his bitch out the house butt-ass naked in the snow in Philly. Like, no, and somebody said, do they have, and Primo put on there, I did not see it. I read that her mother said he did that Michael Jackson shit. I did not see no pictures, no video of it. Now, that happened, that's a different thing. But that clearly means he's picked the baby up, he's dressed the baby, and he's done a lot of other different things that she did not say do. If all of these things are true, leave. You should be happy. Let it play out. But the problem is what everybody's learning these days. Instead of letting things play out in court, they want to play it out in the court of public opinion. And that shit don't work, man. Especially when it make you look like the fucking idiot. Because you stayed. You're putting the baby in danger by not doing shit. But I'd be damned if somebody tell me what I can and can't do with my boys. Especially if we beef. Like, I'm going to take my boys where the fuck I want to take my boys. And know they're going to be safe. Because one thing I ain't doing is going to Child Protective Services. I ain't going to jail for fucking with no kids. And the other side of it, too, is he probably just took the daughter. If he did take the daughter, you know where that baby at? His mama house. Somebody house. His auntie house. Somebody's house. Like, nah, man. I hate how people use, and this might be a trigger. I really hate how people use kids in these things, man. Like, you got to beef with him. He got to beef with you. Like, you don't have to try to paint this person as the most awful person in the world, because if he was, you should have never fucking procreated with him. And there were red flags before that even happened.
Next, we're going to finish off our NFL segment with some Mark Andrews news. So, Mark Andrews responded to the trade speculation surrounding his name heading into the draft. Quote, at the end of the day, I think Eric DeCosta said it perfectly. He's in the business of keeping great players And it is a business at the end of the day. Can't be surprised by anything, but I'm a Raven. Andrews also told ESPN that his gloves were, quote, soaked heading into the final 2-point conversion against the Bills in the divisional playoff that resulted in that monumental drop. Quote, I'm thinking, do I take it off? Do I not? It was so fast and so quick that it just happened. At the end of the day, I still could have caught the ball. I still should have made the play. Do you think the Ravens are moving on from Mark Andrews, James, in this draft? Or with likely as well, because he has been doing his thing for the Ravens on that receiving end.
I think they are, but I also think he just needs to stop talking about this shit. Just shut up, let it all go away. Go make some plays, and then it'll all be over soon.
Speaking of making plays, glad that you said that. We're going to transition into our big Games B.S. segment. And Unc was not making plays off the field, but he was making plays on the field as a Hall of Famer. We're going to get into the dirty nitty-gritty with Uncle Shay Shay right now. Miles, I know there's 3 videos in this section if you can cue them up. But first, I'm going to explain this part right quick. So Jane Doe, in this case, aka Gabby Zuniga, the 20-year-old OnlyFans girl who's suing.
What?
She's a Zuniga, I guess. She's a 20-year-old OnlyFans girl who's suing Shannon Sharpe, a 54-year-old, for $50 million in this civil lawsuit. And it came out that he offered her $10 million to keep quiet, but that has been revealed, and she obviously denied that, trying to get that bread. Her attorney is Tony Busby. If you guys didn't know, Tony Busby was the attorney for that case surrounding Jay-Z and his sexual assault claims and things like that. So, yeah, she was 20 or so. And before I get into the videos, this is her. She's a OnlyFans model. This is her Instagram. At first, I thought it was AI just because the pictures, her face don't look real. And yeah, but messing with these young girls. And we're going to get into the text messages of what Gabriel sent to Shannon. Shannon posted these on his Instagram to plead his case. Then we're going to go from these statements. And then, Miles, after I read these statements, you can pull up the video of Shannon pleading his case on his socials. But these are some of the text messages Gabriella sent to Shannon. So one of the first ones is they're pretty vulgar. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. And she said this on October 7th, 2023. So she was around 19 or so at this time. I don't know what her specific age is, but during all this time, she was around 19 to that 20-year-old range. And this one is making the social media rounds. I know you miss this big juicy butt. $25,000 for each cheek. That's crazy. So, like we mentioned, Tony Busby was her attorney, and yeah, he's trying to shake down. This is what Shannon's attorneys are saying. He's trying to shake down Shannon. We're gonna get into some more text messages. Only if you put that.
Go back to the first one, first slide. I was trying to read. Okay. What's wild is she says that she tried to break up with him like January 5th, 2025. Was that what? Do you remember? Yeah, have you seen the new stuff that's come out with this?
I think that was when the Michelle stuff started to circulate, so she felt kind of disrespected. And I just want to emphasize that the reason Shannon released these text messages is to show how their freaky consensual relationship happened, and there was no type of sexual assault involved. But
I was just reading, like I was making sure we put the date, like because I just saw 1/1/2025. Like you can't be talking to me all freaky and shit on Monday and then get mad on Wednesday and think that, you know, like you don't act like that. You know, that's just my whole problem with that. So, but yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Get into some more text messages. This is from November 23rd, 2023. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. And then she said, I want to put my tongue in your butt.
That's favorite right here.
I want to put my tongue in your butt and then marry you. That's my daddy, F word. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. So, Miles, if we could cue up the videos in, I think you got it queued up. So we got a video of Shannon Sharpe pleading his case on his social media. You know, it's been doing numbers. Last time I checked, it was at 45 million views. But this is him giving a brief breakdown of what will happen in the future and how this situation will ensue. So, Miles, if we could put up that video, just remove my screen from the stage. So let's see what Uncle Shannon had to say and what he had to warn his followers of.
Here's Shannon Sharpe talking about dating young.
Different.
We can say on this one, though. We can say on this one. So this is just a little joke.
This is why I don't believe he raped her, by the way. Graped. This is why I don't believe he graped her.
Uncle Shannon was on Nightcap and he slipped up multiple times. So, Miles, you can just play the first like 30 seconds of this and then we can get our laugh in.
And here's Shannon Sharpe talking about dating younger men.
But what? Hold on. But what they say about when Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me.
What?
What they say? What the women? What? Yeah, what I'm saying, I want to date younger women. What I said. Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho?
That's why I don't believe him, because I still believe that Uncle Shannon tastes his words and he has a real thick tongue and he likes he likes salami. Nah, but we want to play him pleading his case, or we want to play what the girl put out.
We can play the video of him pleading his case. It should be under let me see.
You got it.
Yeah, okay, bet.
And I believe he's going to my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues. I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
One, his problem again, stop messing with them young girls, and mid gonna sell no matter what. And when women in general don't mind scorched earth. And what you're dealing with is a young girl who's not seeing the end in mind, but like is dealing with scorched earth. And that's all she knows. And we're gonna forget about this hoe after a while. And she'll go and do other stuff. Actually, in fact, all this is doing is making her OnlyFans pay. How many people you think have gone to see her OnlyFans?
Yeah.
And so like it's made her more popular. And again, it's short-sighted. And he's already, like you said, they tried to give 10 million. And what people don't realize is that doesn't mean he's guilty. It just means he doesn't feel like dealing with the shit. Because the quicker it goes away, the more he can focus on whatever he needs to do. And y'all miss me with that shit. Monique, the most nasty, petty motherfucker on the planet herself. She an old, petty, nasty ass bitch. Like that does shit to everybody. So like, it's not just, but the difference is it's the right older woman. I put on my Twitter. I don't know if some of y'all know who this lady is. It's wild because she has a son, and her son is older, but her name is Miss B Nasty. She served our country. She was in the Navy. She was a seaman. She loved seamen. She was in the Navy. She got her start because this is, again, scorched earth in the logic of some women. A man broke her heart or cheated on her, so she decided to go fuck everybody. Like, that's the way. Yes, he's crying right now because his ex is a jump off. But he had Miss B Nasty that was willing to do it all for him. And the bitch ain't gonna talk. Like, you know, so this chick is, you know, you messing with, and then you messing with young mid as well. Like, she ain't even attractive like that. I've never been with one, probably before I die. Yeah, it probably should be like a bucket list item, but like it's some fine white women. The white woman that was on Ted Lasso, why couldn't you go get her? Like, that would be like, you know what? If she sends messages like that to me, I'm, whew, all right. Jeez, talk to me with that British accent. Call me a bloke. Put bloke puts a big pretty black baby in me or some shit like that. Ooh, oof. But you go over here, you trying to, like, this girl's your granddaughter age, bro. I don't know. I know we got kids. I don't know if we got grandkids, but I'm like, bro, you could have. There is at least 5 girls standing in line at the Starbucks on Tennessee Street that's better than what this chick did. That'll do all of that stuff. They did text messages for you. But you know, they're gonna get their pumpkin spice out of you. But what does she got on him? And I'm like, the one thing I will say is he is defending himself in the way that James Coleman says he would defend himself. If you put it out there on me, motherfucker, you better be ready to go all the way. I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna tell everything. Everything. I'm about like that. Let us say she wanted to put her tongue in my ass after I got done taking the bathroom, after I got done using the bathroom after squat day. I'm going like you're gonna be painted as the most dire. It's gonna be like people. It'd be. I would start off with happiness and joy, almost like you brought up Jaden Bernie Mac in House Party 3. Oh, I remember you. They used to call you Jawbone. Oh, you was a nasty motherfucker. I'm going to, oh, man. Now, unless I got that bird, then you got to stop. Oh, shit. She got stories of pegging them. Oh, but you know what? No. Shannon, you are so rich that it don't matter, dog. This is my problem with all these people. Like, you rich, dog. If the gay basketball player Dwight Howard could go out here and have a charge or a case with a gay man in the transmission, bringing the transmission to a threesome with a gay man, and still be about to get married, there is nothing that you can do besides maybe lose your show. It actually will open you up is a wild phrase after this. It would.
Hey yo.
It would bring you to a whole new audience. Imagine Juicy Santana or whatever his name is coming on your show, and now you got the LGBT, and he be like, "Ooh, Shannon, I knew you got down. You cute. Let's horseplay." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when Saucy Santana told that light skinned soft boy academic said, "I'm gonna beat you up and fuck you." Like, that's scary, but that might turn clearly that turns Shannon on. But I mean, listen, now technically it's not gay if it's between you and a woman. It's, by definition, it is heterosexual activity. It's wild heterosexual activity, but like, you know, and then also just I can't talk about him too much. Because he's any male that well, he did have. Remember, they got him courtside with his assistant, his stylist. Like, I ain't taking no man sitting courtside with me though. Not like that. Not with both of us. Him crossing his legs and like, you gay. Like, we can hang out if you my dude and we gay, we cool. But like, you not finna. No, we're not finna look like we on a fucking date though. Like, you know, you could be gay over there, but you ain't gonna like. But you know, Shannon wears you have to wear. When you're doing stuff like that with how bright the lights are, you do have to wear makeup. Right. Guys like me, I'm lucky. I don't have to wear a lot of makeup. Like, but it helps with the sweat and even though I do sweat, but my skin's not blotchy. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can look at his skin and tell it's not that smooth. Yeah. and he shaves his whole face. So that hurts too, because like he has to, where you have marks and stuff like that, you may have dry skin. You have to make all of that. But he puts on weight. He out there looking like a transmission. So let's see what happens when Shannon puts on makeup and goes and talks to his girlfriend and how they play. Or was this a phone call conversation, or was this a sex tape?
This is an audio clip of she released recently, and I just want to mention before Miles plays the video, from my research, she claimed that they met at a gym, and that's how their relationship started. So, Miles, if you can press play, and let's see what Uncle Shay allegedly had to say on his phone call.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
That's it? Or are we getting gaps?
No, I think that was it.
All right. Yeah, okay. If you believe that that's not edited, you stupid as fuck.
Yeah, for real.
Like you
I've
done
heard a
like
different version of this myself.
like no. Okay, my bad. Let me pause real quick. Oh, it's still going.
Yes, you do. You know what?
Yeah, those long breaks lets me know that she's editing.
You know what?
She's just selective editing. Play the whole shit or don't play it. But here's my thing.
Well, I don't
Either
wanna do
Shannon
so.
Sharpe is sadistic, which
Yes,
I'm not
you do.
taking that out of the realm of possibility. That is the calmest. I'm gonna choke the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like there is no inflection. Like I'm aggravated for him by some of the stuff that he's like her responses. I'm aggravated. This is why you can't play with them young girls, boy. But Shannon is like way too calm and collective on all of this.
I think she could be into it. Like,
But if you look at the text messages, she says, "Put me in a dog collar and choke me." It looked like she took "I'm gonna choke the shit out of you," like a piece of that from another convo, and added it to this.
Right.
With all of the gaps, I'm like, give me a argument conversation, right? Hey man, you just going, man, dog. I'm cool. All you gonna do? It is what it is, dog. It is what it is. What do you mean by it is what it is? Just spit it out. Hey man, dog, I'm telling you, cuz you bothering me right now. I just don't, especially if you like somebody, because you get that shit bubbling up, and then they start doing, well, you're just gonna manipulate and mess. I'm gonna choke the shit out of you if you keep bothering me. It ain't like I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Yeah, no.
Because that sounded like he said that like it was to turn her on.
Yeah,
you know, it's like if you. That's why y'all weirdos be role playing that shit. That's why I'm like telling y'all, no, just be regular, dog. Like just be regular, dog. This is what happened. Yeah, man. Like what? Like this is the problem, man. Like when you have too one. First off, I remember this. Any dude that's wearing a cardigan like this is psychopathic. Like that blue cardigan, like, so you know, like he looking back like your mama look back at you, like you when you whispered under your breath, you suck your teeth. You ain't gonna have no teeth to suck. You keep doing that, boy. But like sometimes people are just like bro, like this is a play to get marketing. She's gonna run up her little bag, probably gonna leave with some money because Shannon's gonna fucking fold because he don't have Jay-Z money. Like Busby knew to fuck not to fuck with Jay-Z after like Jay-Z like, all right, man, I got time today. Jay-Z, he was like, okay, and Jay-Z's got so much money, he's just gonna give me this. He's not even gonna miss it. Shannon got money, but you know, he just got that $100 million. And what's fucked up about Busby is he's bringing it up at a time when he could have waited a week. Like, let him get the damn contract. Don't bring it up when he's getting the contract. Now he ain't gonna get shit. But, you know, hey, you know, now she does have the only thing you could do is shame them and run the risk of getting revenge porn charges. But I don't. This is really. It's very short. Like again, 19-year-olds, OnlyFans. Like, bitch, did you try to do anything in life first? Like, did you try not being a whore? Like, did you attempt to not be like go to college? Like, you know, I'm with get your bag, baby, if you want to. But like, could we have tried to be a doctor or entrepreneur? But
I mean, she's technically an entrepreneur right now.
But no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You know what? She's very good because I'm sorry, I am not attracted. Like, not attracted enough to pay $3.99 or whatever the fuck people pay for different OnlyFans. But clearly, she got her, like, she couldn't even leave well enough alone. You got a rich, wealthy dude. And I'm going to be honest with you, Shannon. Love who you love, but this is why black women be mad at y'all. Like, it is so many better white women or any kind of woman that you can go get. But then again, I've also said this on this show too. This is why mid and ugly bitches be getting men. Because they be willing to go to the lengths that other pretty women ain't willing to go. I bet she fuck ugly too. I bet it. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Shannon probably had a great time. I just couldn't be doing like choking and shit. Not when you, dog, you a big Negro, dog. They're not going to believe you.
I just so much posts on social media, and it's just he had to go that young, man. And a lot of people question her attractiveness too. And you saw the clip circulating of Monique trying to warn Shannon, but she was wrong too. She said you should not be with a 26-year-old, but should have went a little bit lower because it was not 26, it was 19. So
30, dog. 30 is a good round number, but women are crazy. Like typically 30, they got a lot. You have so the older they get, right? They have a resume. You got to ask real good questions. Like they probably got a couple relationships under their belt. They've already dealt with the crazy. Actually, what Monique should have said is, Shannon, don't deal with no bitch who ain't got more to lose than you. Now, just remember, Puffy had what some would consider one of the baddest young chicks in the game. Now, her mama finer than her, but Young Miami with the enhancements is I guess pretty. She was getting peed on and all these other different things. She was with the shits. And she's still with it. Like you could have went. She went on the show, did she?
Yeah, they was flirting and stuff.
Like you could have you could have had Young Miami doing all kinds of wild shit. It would have never been in the tabloids as long as that check was clear. But yeah, like I said, I don't believe Shannon did it anyway. I believe because now if you told me it was a young like a 19-year-old transmission, I'd be like, he did that shit. Whatever they say, I'd have been like 50 in power. He guilty as fuck. Whatever they say, he did that shit. But like the conversation in that phone, like I was annoyed just by her voice. But like, yeah, but I do think somebody put something out that she said no means no, Shannon, and I told you to wear a condom and you put it in and I'm like, okay, that might have thrown her off. You can't just throw it in certain places without, an invitation. I'll say that. It's kind of like sinners. You got to be welcomed in. You got to get it. You got to have an invitation here, man. Oh, is this what it was? Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be the top one.
Oof. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this. This is better than, Jay. I don't even know. Jay, when were you born? What year?
03. Oh.
So you missed the Clinton scandal, man. Like reading that report, that thing was spicy.
Shout out Monica.
Yeah, Monica was a real one, dog. And Monica's so real. Monica wasn't even the one to snitch, dog. It was her old nosy ass, skank ass, ugly ass friend that did the snitching. Cause she wasn't getting no presidential dick. Damn, I don't know why I can't find it. Which one is the note? Did you send this in the notes?
Nah, I just searched
Oh,
it.
okay, all right, cool. Let me come.
I'll zoom in. You can't see it.
Right.
I'll zoom in.
Yeah, you just. But I cried when you. So from Gabby but I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Now this was on the same day that she was sending other text. Wow. Okay, go down a little bit. I don't know how to process this. And how did it go from blue to green? Can I call you later? Like
because that's from Shannon to the girl. So Shannon has an Android.
Unc. Come on, Unc. Don't be out here with no Android. I don't believe her. She had to plug in something. It don't just go in like that. Now you take some or Shannon out here still power cleaning 425 because that takes some force. Or they've done like the problem. The problem is that with no means no, but like if you was just telling me to choke you and you wanted my baby gravy at 1 p.m., like come on, dog. Let's be real. But whatever. She Shannon a wild. All I can say is Shannon a wild boy, man. These ONs is wilder than these YNs.
Yep. And speaking of ON, we gonna have to run through the topics since we almost over the 2-hour time limit, but just gonna read this, touch up on this. Kanye West has been in the news again. So Ye, formerly known as Kanye, admits he was in a sexual relationship with his cousin in his new song titled Cousin. So this is a tweet that was put up, shortly deleted. This song is called Cousin, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. Wow. My dad had a Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I fellatioed my cousin until I was 14. Not too much to say on this, but he is off the deep end, man. It's just getting worse and worse.
I hate him.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Wait a minute. So I thought people were making it seem like he was a SA'd.
It seems consensual from here.
Yeah,
so.
It seems like him and his cousin are around the same age, and they were watching these magazines. Like, so he wasn't SA. Nah, bro. Like again, it's a conscious decision, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I've known what I like for quite some time, and kudos for him for being therapeutic if he's really coming out. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just think Kanye's just trying to say, okay, what way can I get more attention?
Right.
Than now. Especially as a guy who's very antagonistic to the Jewish community and to the homosexual community, and talks about black masculinity in the manner in which he talks about, but you've been out here sucking dick. That sounds like the kid. Every time I hear it, I think of the Kevin Hart skit. Like he was like when his mom, somebody died, and his uncle got up there and says, "You don't know what it was like for me. And I was out here sucking dick for crack." Whoa, hey, whoa, wait a minute. Your daddy was out there. All right. No, daddy is not all right. Like and what's wild is this, man. You got kids, man. These kids are out here, bro, like in the worst time of their lives. You have preteens, and you're one of the most famous, most influential like producers of our time. Their parents know who you are. Their kids fuck with you, and now Northwest got to go to school and it was saying like, "Hey, you want to suck my dick the way your daddy was sucking dick when he was your age," or some shit like that, bro. No kid wants to deal with this. That's wild. Oh my God! So now Kim can go to him and say, "Kim, dude." Kim can hit him with the Janet Jackson. Oh. Who said I was bending over? What's crazy? That's how good an actor Ghost is. Nobody holds that against him. That he played a gay man. He's also played a gangster in Gridiron Gang. He's been a guy who's bending people over, and he's also been one of a killer with the best club after. But man, that's amazing. Imagine like you're both Northwest is bound to be. These kids are bound to be fucked up. Yeah, both mama and daddy out here sucking dick. That's wild. That is wild, man. Ugh. Famous for sucking dick as a man. That was not on my 2025 bingo card.
Yeah, I think people are saying he was a predator because he said he felt like it was his fault that he showed his little cousin, who was 6 at the time, those dirty magazines, and they acted out what we saw, assuming that
the pregnant lady.
Yeah.
So basically, if you think about Snowfall, when old boy got raped on Snowfall, that's when he went crazy. So his cousin might have went crazy because Kanye raped him. Now we going back and look. Now Kanye putting his cousin in danger because now he in prison.
Oh God!
Connecting the dots. He been jamming, telling everybody, "Yeah, this is my cousin Ye right here, man. College dropout." They looking at him like, "Yo, what that mouth do?" Fleece Johnson and that thing, like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you like this because I know what you do. Your cousin told me about you. Oh man, the world is wild. Some shit you couldn't waterboard to get out of me.
All right, we got 2 more things to talk about. Then we're gonna wrap up. First, Anthony Edwards has been wilding, so he has now been fined a league high 370 bans during this season for multiple incidents. So we'll start from the less recent to work our way to the most recent. So at the bottom, $35,000 for an obscene gesture on 11/15, $25K in December for profane language, $75K for criticizing officials using inappropriate language, $100K for using profane language on TV, $50K for obscene gestures towards an official, $35K for throwing the ball into the stands, and on April 19th, he got fined $50K for chatting with a fan and ended up saying to the fan, getting it caught on camera as well, I might add, that his D was bigger than the fans, gripping his D, saying that to the fans while getting caught on 4K, resulting in that $50K fine. Now, Miles, you don't have to play the clip. It's cool, but just wanted to show this. And 370 bans in one season is crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot. I wonder if it's a write-off. Well, I guess technically they can't give it to you if it never hits your account. But and shout out to Anthony. He did decent. He didn't play well enough for the Timberwolves to win. They lost to LA 94-85. LA is probably about to win the next 3. And shout out to Hard Rock Live and my bet for LeBron. Went through. I bet $20 on him getting a double-double. And I got it. So I'm going, I haven't bet in a while, but it felt good to win. Love winning. But yeah, and some wild boy. It's like Gilbert Arenas brought up a really good point. When LeBron retires, there is no face of because all of them, like KD is downgrading, Steph is going downhill. Everybody's going downhill, so it's gonna be like, bro, like who is going to? They ain't got nobody who could be the face. So, and Nike doesn't have anybody representing them outside of our YN in Memphis. So, like, these boys gotta get it together.
Is Miles in the room or did he step out?
No, Miles is in the room.
Okay, bet. So Miles, can you play the last video that I have in the email? So Ninja has been known to make those NutriBullets, blenders, other kitchen appliances, and they are stepping up in the cooler world. So James, we're gonna take a look at this new product by Ninja. It's called the Ninja Frost Vault. And we're going to look at this video, see what you think, and discuss the price to see if you would cop or drop this new Ninja cooler. So let us, and in the chat, let us know if you would buy this cooler as well.
Refrigerator underneath. Now, wait a minute. Ninja has dropped the Frost Vault, and when I tell you they think of everything, they think of everything. More soggy sandwiches and bobbing for apples. You're going to put everything that you want dry down here below. It's going to keep refrigerator temperatures of 40 degrees or lower for days. On the inside, not only is it functional, it's aesthetically pleasing. You could put 80 cans or 50 bottles, as well as 25 pounds or more of ice. Think zoo days, backyard barbecues, traveling. This is going to be a game changer, y'all. Click the link and grab it now. It comes in 4 colors, and when I'm live, guess what? I have an exclusive coupon that I can give you an extra 15% off. So look for the red circle around my face. A cooler with a whole refrigerator underneath. Now, wait a minute. Ninja has...
Because now I'm thinking about this, because when Pop Warner comes around, you know, when I'm not traveling, Trey will have his game. Well, Kai will have his game first, and then Trey's game will be later that evening or that afternoon. So, you know, I'll be somewhere for a long time. You know, this gives you the opportunity to just post up somewhere and just vibe, you know. Because I love me. One thing I love is a cold cut, boy. If I can make sure my cold cut not soggy. But have y'all, the better thing and what Ninja got to do, and he said for days, he can keep stuff cool. So that means they out there competing with not igloo coolers. What's the cooler that
Yeti?
Yeah, because you know them Yetis that ice don't melt. But they have these coolers that have the fans attached to it that will give you air condition too. Like the ice, they'll take the ice that's in there, and because of the system, it'll cool you down. So like if Ninja can figure that out, take my bread. Now, matter of fact, I won't even say it just like that. I say it like Jodeci in the mid-90s. Take my money. Because it's hot in the South. Like, you got to be able to do those things and just vibe, man. So, I mean, oh, shit. Shit, fine. Hold on real quick. We got a special call here. Hey, what's up, bro?
JC, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
You already got your room for, what's called a game?
Yeah.
For the Alabama?
Yeah.
Man, tell them I need one, man.
I mean, you know, the Sheridan always look out.
Oh, yeah, man. Tell them I need one. I just want to have one before I get there. I don't want to get there and be thinking I can get one there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll make sure we have one on the side, one set away for you.
Please do.
Now, real quick question, because, you know, Trap done went off the deep end. What was the dude name out? Was it Andrew?
What's Trap?
Trap Johnson. We was talking.
He always snap. Who he snapping on?
Some dude, man. Dog, I don't know. Well, we found out that nobody know he didn't play in the NFL, so we know that. We know that for sure. But you know I'm having the damnest time verifying if he actually played in the NFL. Is Andrew Howard? Did you play with anybody?
Who he played with?
Nobody knows. Like he says he was there. He said he was okay. All right. He says that in his bio it says he was Randy Moss's roommate. Who was Randy's roommate when you got there?
Me.
All right, so
me and Corey. Me and Corey Simon.
And so so he never roommated. Well, obviously he was only there for like a semester, but like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, me and C Simon was Moss roommate. You don't remember when they said that Moss something about the bathroom, Moss shit in the tub?
I never heard that story.
They don't call it.
Yeah.
You ain't heard that story? Well, next time you talk to Corey, you don't really talk to Sean like that, do you?
I talked to him about getting room. See, some, he a politician now, so I can't really, he can't. I might be too much of a wild card to hang out with him sometimes too much.
Yeah.
But nah, we was trying.
See, Sean be tripping.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
But it says.
Oh man, nigga, I know you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But again, he a politician. So
you say the nigga name is?
Andrew Howard.
Andrew Howard?
Yeah. It said he was on the rock, like he said he was Randy Moss's roommate. He said he got picked up in a supplemental draft to the Vikings. And I don't, like I said, bro. I've seen him at games.
Why you saying he was boss roommate?
I don't say that. Bruh. What make you lie about playing at Florida State?
So that mean, listen, if he was Moss' roommate, that means he came in with us.
That's what I'm saying. You would know, like if he was Ross' roommate, you would know.
Right. We would know.
But Trap, what made Trap ask me was he put a picture, his first interception in college, and he put Pat Watkins' jersey on.
Nah, I don't. You said what? JC?
He said he's like, this is my first interception in college, and it was Pat Watkins that he put. No, man, that man, I don't like. Dog, I know here's one thing I know for certain, because he did not.
I know he wasn't part of 9 Nickel. I know that for sure.
All right, okay, well, there it is. All right.
JC, Trap done snapped on him.
Oh, bruh, dog, Trap winning this man. Trap posted on this man with a picture of his daughter. It said, "Does your daughter know her daddy a fraud?" I said, "Damn."
What?
Dog. Trap was heated, bro. Trap sent it to me. I said, I already know you about to be on some fuckery. And I just then he called me, and you know how Trap get, dog. That shit was hilarious, bro. But
he said, what?
Bruh.
How you doing?
I'm fine. You know how Trap is, dog. Yeah, and you know Trap don't give a fuck, dog. Trap don't care about nothing, dog.
I think it's snap.
Yeah, bro. But anyways, man, I'm gonna hit you back a little bit later today.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Who you with? You still ain't telling me, bro. You know I be wanting to know, man, how we look. I ain't been there to say. Last couple of years, I done went and left and said, "Oh, we ain't about to do nothing."
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
talk about it.
Yeah. All right, bro. All right, man. I'll let you. Yeah. Out, my bad. He called me, so that's the only reason I had it was literally called. It was on my. We had just talked about it, but anyways, man, appreciate that. That's all we got, right, Jaden?
Wait. I was gonna reveal the price of the cooler first.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
See if you would cop or drop it. So guess on what price that cooler will run you, James.
I'm going 300.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yes, I was gonna say 250 at first.
Which color you rocking with? This blue?
Hit me with the gray.
Ooh.
Nah, that gray. Is that 2 different types of gray? I know I don't want white. What's the one to the far right? Ew, nah. Go back to blue. Blue is where I gotta go.
But yeah, you can buy it on Ninja. It's on sale right now. $225. Do you think that's a good price for this cooler, James?
Yeah, man, that's how Ninja be getting you. Everything Ninja getting new is like around that price. Like about when did I start? Like about 15 years ago, though. Like Ninja was coming out with the processors, the blenders. Man, they was putting all this cool shit out, and I was just buying Ninjas and shit. Like I got Ninja shit in my house that I don't use. But like this one right here would get used, man. That's a good little hole right there, man. Like going on a picnic or something. Like making some sandwiches, man. Oh, you know what? Because it's closed. You ain't even gotta wrap the sandwiches. Oh man. Nah, Daily Chop. Abdul Howard is a real person. I know Abdul Howard. That he played at Florida State. I wonder how heavy that bitch is, though. Does it come with wheels?
Says the empty weight is 29 pounds, but it does not come with wheels.
Ooh, hell no. I mean, that's the thing I'm putting on the bed of the truck, bro. Like,
so this gonna be your next purchase, James, huh?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that bitch. Just take my money, dog.
But that concludes our show for today, James. Any last words for the fans out there? Got some views to read off to you. Man, your ex has been popping. 231 viewers from your ex. Got 45 on the YouTube. Y'all need to slide to the YouTube.
Oh, bruh. I'm about to say, man, what the hell you mean my ex is popping? Which one?
Oh.
I keep getting your mama named you Twitter. I'm gonna call you Twitter. I can't, but yeah, I got you now. I was confusion in the motherfucker, dog.
No, just social media. No relation. Just social media. But yeah, any last words to the fans?
Nah, man, just don't lie. It's not worth it. Yeah, I don't know nothing. I got nothing else about it. But we'll be again. Check out the webpage. Please make sure y'all go repost the book bag drive. That's important. We will be posting stuff for the tailgate. Obviously, me and Peter Warwick are gonna do it. Gonna try to make it as big as possible. Check out mftkfoundation.com for donations. If you have a business that you would like to donate toward the nonprofit for this, please make me aware. Let me know. We want to make sure that this is as good of a the biggest one that we have. That's what I want to make sure this is the biggest one we have. Like I said, appreciate everybody else. Holy shit. Oh man, I'm sorry. I was looking at the thing where it does have him on the roster. Like he was the number 2 corner.
Be real. And y'all just never
Nah, bro. Like, nah. I swear to God, dog. He was on the 97 team, went to the national championship. That's wild. It's on Wikipedia. It's, you know what? Like you could change Wikipedia, dog. That's wild. I mean, listen, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to help him. I'm being judicious about this. 97. Let's go ESPN. Sports Reference. If he's on Sports Reference, then I'm gonna believe it. Ooh,
no, I don't see him.
Your last name being Gooch.
I know somebody whose last name is Gooch. Shout out my boy.
That's the name I want to have. That'd be the first thing I did when I get rich. But Vanez Gooch was a player.
Vanez Gooch?
Mm-hmm. Not finesse, Vanez Gooch. Yo, so let me just put how good this team was, right? The 97 team. Tay Cody, Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP, Samari Roll, Shevin Smith, Derek Gibson. You know what all of those guys have in common? NFL. Todd Fryer. Again, I put on Twitter yesterday. That's Cade Fryer. Both Fryers the Fryer brothers both went to Florida State. Now Matt Fryer is one of the best white wide receivers in Florida State history. Not up there with Biletnikoff, but like right there. I think Fryer is Swahili for fast white man. But yeah, they got the list of players that were there. Like, check this though. Peter Ward, E.G. Green, Lavernius Coles, Snoop Menace, Ron Dugans. Yeah, trouble was there. All went to the NFL. Like, that's wild. Like, that's your wide receiver room. Yeah, craziness. But yeah, man, I just thought that was wild. My bad. But yep. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. And that might be, we might dedicate a page to find the false flagging or false chopping. That might be what we call it, false chop. But yeah, man, I got a lot of shit I got to do. Damn. Anyways, man, y'all appreciate y'all chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.